going to take years of frustration and anger.
As Dillian Whyte prepares for his maiden title shot against WBC champion Tyson Fury on April the 23rd in the United Kingdom, much of his preparations have been kept under wraps, and deliberately so. So Whyte has been largely out of the public eye, and that's been a deliberate move, not wanting to engage with the promotion, but also keeping things tight, not letting too much leak out of his camp, and only the first week of April where we've seen some of his sparring partners come to light. So a little caveat, this may not be the full list of sparring partners, because as I say, social media hasn't thrown up the usual sort of tidbits that you might expect several weeks out from a fight. First week of April, Aras Makichi enters Dillian Whyte's camp in Portugal, and he was coming off the best win of his career against Lenroy Thomas, and you can see the stoppage here. So he's a 6'6" southpaw, 31 years old, out of Croatia, a record of 18-1. So he is going to be giving Dillian Whyte some of that southpaw work. So Whyte clearly prepared for all eventualities against Tyson Fury, who, as we know, can switch hit. He can fight on the front foot, going forward, not obviously moving and working well off the back foot as well. So Whyte wanting to cover all bases, get some southpaw sparring in. And he's not alone there. There is another sparring partner who is southpaw, Germany's Victor Jerk, who's currently 1-0. So he has been quite a popular sparring partner in the past year or two, most recently having been one of the primary sparring partners for Anthony Joshua. So the German, who's 6'8", as I mentioned, 1-0, just recently turned over. He's big, he's rangy, he can move well, and he's going to give Dillian Whyte a little bit of what Tyson Fury might be able to do. Maybe with his skills and ability, he might be able to replicate some of the herky-jerky style that Tyson Fury sometimes does like to employ. But 6'8", decent southpaw sparring when you combine him and also Aras Makichi. Another German who is in the Dillian Whyte camp is the young Emmanuel Odisa. Like Victor Jerk, in his early 20s, he's been a popular sparring partner in recent years. Most recently cited in the UK, giving Joshua some work in February 2022. But also previously, he's been in Deontay Wilder's training camp in 2020. He is a guy that has been used before to prepare for a guy like Tyson Fury. Similar to Victor Jerk, Emmanuel Odisa is 6'8". He's got length, he moves well, so he can fight coming forward and going backward. He will, like Jerk, be able to replicate some of what Tyson Fury does. But this is the thing, Tyson Fury, 6'9", very hard to replicate overall. You can get a whole bundle of guys in, they're not going to be able to do exactly everything that Tyson Fury does, or even most of it. Some of these guys will be able to do small portions, but this is why they bring in multiple sparring partners. But Fury, definitely a tough cover, hard to prepare for. But Aras Makichi, Victor Jerk, southpaw sparring. You've got Emmanuel Odisa, 6'8", and also who's come into camp in the first week of April, Fabio Wardly. The Dillian Whyte managed prospect, who's currently 13-0, 6'5". He is a guy who's got quick reflexes, he moves well, he's got power. He will also be able to bring something to the table to feed into the preparations here. And as I said at the top, there may be other sparring partners who've come and gone, but not a lot has been sort of leaking out of the seams of the Dillian Whyte training camp in Portugal, largely been a closed shop. Only recently more has come out. But clearly Dillian Whyte focused, training, ready for Tyson Fury, or as ready as he can be.